Hey, top of the morning to you. This is Brian at briansyme.com. I hope you are doing well. You can see I've got some different trees up here in the background than you may expect from Minnesota. And I'm gonna break the rules. What happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, because I'm in Las Vegas and I'm sharing with you right now. So you may see an airplane go by here. I'm surprised at how quiet the hotel room is. Despite being right next to the airport. I'm out here doing dynamic life, and I guess one of the big takeaways from yesterday's conference, day one, was when we avoid or run away or commit against, oh yeah, look at that. Whee! When we avoid our greatest fear, particularly when we're going for something, when we're seeking after something, or there's something that we could get done or we could do, but there's a fear holding us back, avoiding that fear or blocking that fear actually creates that fear and blocks us from getting the result that we're after. Let me say that again. When we have a fear, for me right now, not right now, but probably just in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I had a great fear of buying a business and failing at it, a fear of failure. And through Tony Robbins and through the reminders at this event, I'm realizing that fear of failure has kept me from seeking after buying a profitable business. Here goes another plane. They're louder outside than they are inside. So hopefully you can still hear me. So there we go again. We'll try again between planes. When we are after a result, the amygdala kicks in, and all those things that we're scared of, the fears kick in. The fear of failing that business, fear of failing those people that work in that business, the fear of failing the customers that implement that business, but not even getting that business. I fail to serve anybody. I fail to do what I've chosen to do. I fail my family. I fail my ability to provide and give more and serve more from the benefits or the profits or the gains from having that company. So facing those fears, facing those greatest fears, facing those fears that hold you back, and just being, well, what is the worst that could happen? What would happen? Can I do this? Am I worthy? Is it possible? And just realizing that, wow, even failure doesn't look as bad as I can make it out to be. And that was part of the exercise yesterday and with Tony Robbins, is to go into that fear, pretend and imagine and feel like you actually were a failure, and get your friends and colleagues that are supporting you in this to grind you down and say, you're a failure, you can't do anything right, this is not for you. And trying emotionally and visually to get into, yes, the noise of the planes, and just get into horribleness and make it live, make it real, make it painful. And even a failure is not going to be that bad. So being afraid and taking inaction versus facing that fear of failure for me, or fear of whatever it is, fear of rejection, fear of doing the wrong thing, fear of hurting people, fear of anything, taking that fear and setting it aside and driving forward, knowing that by setting that fear aside, I'm creating more of that fear at the same time as I'm trying to avoid that fear. So think about the results that you're looking for. Quit making excuses. Identify the fear. Sit in the fear. Feel the noise of the planes and the chaos and the suffering of that fear. And then realize it'll never be that bad. It'll never be that bad. I'm not even looking at the camera. I've been so used to doing this with my other camera setup at home. So face that fear, sit in that fear, and then realize you're creating that fear at a smaller level by not pursuing that result that you have in mind, that you can make a difference, that you are valuable, that you have something to do. God created you. He created you for a purpose. He knows you're a sinner, and He sent His Son to die for your sins so that you can be free of all fear. The Bible is full of fear not. Every time the angels show up, they're like, fear not, or do not fear. They're like, don't do this. It's biblical. My name's Brian. I'll see you tomorrow. You be blessed.